In the year 2205, on a distant planet called Veridia, humans and aliens lived together in harmony. The colony was a perfect blend of human innovation and alien wisdom. They thrived under one essential rule: no harm to humans. Veridia was a beautiful place. The sky was a deep shade of violet, and the two suns cast a warm, golden light over the land. The air was fresh, filled with the scent of alien flowers. Advanced technology made life easy and comfortable for everyone. Dr. Maya Singh was a young scientist who loved her work. She studied the planet's unique flora and fauna, trying to find ways to improve the colony's living conditions. Maya was dedicated and always curious. One quiet evening, Maya was in her lab, working late as usual. The lab was filled with high-tech equipment and glowing screens. Suddenly, she heard a strange noise coming from her computer. It was an alert, indicating that something unusual had happened in the colony. Maya quickly checked the source of the alert. It was a distress signal from the outskirts of the colony. Her heart raced as she read the message. Someone had broken the rule. A human was harmed. Alarmed, Maya contacted the colony's leaders. Dr. Alan Carter, an experienced astronaut, and Dr. Emily Chen, a brilliant astrophysicist, joined her in the control room. They knew the situation was serious. "We need to investigate this immediately," Alan said, his voice firm and calm. "We cannot let this incident disrupt the peace of our colony." The leaders quickly assembled a team to investigate the event. The team included Maya, Alan, Emily, Captain John Miller, a skilled pilot, Dr. Sarah Lee, a biologist, and Dr. David Kim, an engineer. They were the best in their fields, and they understood the importance of their mission. The team set off in a sleek, advanced vehicle, gliding smoothly over the alien terrain. The outskirts of the colony were lush and vibrant, filled with strange and wonderful plants. As they approached the location of the distress signal, they noticed signs of a struggle. The team carefully examined the area. They found broken branches, disturbed soil, and traces of a strange substance. Maya collected samples for analysis, while Alan and John secured the perimeter. Emily discovered a small device hidden among the foliage. It was an alien technology, unlike anything they had seen before. The device emitted a faint glow, and its purpose was unclear. "This is definitely not from our colony," Emily said, studying the device closely. "We need to find out who or what is behind this." Back at the control room, the team analyzed the samples and the device. The strange substance turned out to be a powerful tranquilizer, and the device was a sophisticated tracker. They realized that the incident was not random. It was a planned attack. The leaders called for an emergency meeting with the colony's council. The council was made up of both humans and aliens, all dedicated to maintaining peace and cooperation. "We have to find the culprits and ensure the safety of our people," Maya said, addressing the council. "Breaking the rule threatens everything we've built here." The council agreed and authorized the team to investigate further. Maya, Alan, and the rest of the team knew they had to act quickly. They set up surveillance around the colony using advanced drones and sensors to monitor any suspicious activity. Days passed, and tensions rose within the colony. People were anxious, fearing another attack. The team worked tirelessly, reviewing data and following leads. They discovered that the culprits were a group of outsiders, aliens who had infiltrated the colony with a hidden agenda. The team tracked the outsiders to a remote area of Veridia. The outsiders had set up a hidden base, using advanced camouflage to avoid detection. Maya, Alan, and the team prepared for a confrontation. They knew they had to act carefully to avoid escalation. Under the cover of night, the team approached the base. They used their knowledge and skills to disable the camouflage and gain access. Inside, they found the outsiders, who were surprised but prepared for a fight. Alan stepped forward, his voice commanding and calm. "We know you're behind the attack. Surrender now, and we can resolve this peacefully." The outsiders hesitated, but eventually agreed to talk. They revealed that they were rebels from a distant star system, seeking refuge and resources. They believed that harming humans would weaken the colony and make it easier for them to take control. Maya and the team listened carefully, understanding the outsiders' desperation. They proposed a solution. The outsiders could join the colony peacefully and share their resources and knowledge. In return, they would follow the colony's rule and work towards mutual benefit. The outsiders agreed, and the colony began the process of integrating them. It was a challenging task, but Maya and the team were determined. They knew that by working together, they could create a stronger and more united community. The rule remained unbroken, and Veridia continued to thrive. The incident served as a reminder of the importance of unity and cooperation. And so, the colony moved forward, more resilient and united than ever before. The colony on Veridia was in a state of high alert. The incident had shaken the trust and peace that had long been the foundation of their community. Dr. Maya Singh and her team knew that they had to act swiftly to restore order and ensure the safety of everyone. The leaders convened in the colony's central hall, a grand structure made of alien materials that shimmered in the sunlight. The room was filled with holographic displays and advanced communication devices, allowing them to stay connected with every part of the colony. Dr. Alan Carter addressed the assembled team. "We need to find out who is behind this attack and why they broke our most important rule. Our colony depends on us to protect them." Maya, Emily, Captain John Miller, Dr. Sarah Lee, and Dr. David Kim nodded in agreement. They were all determined to uncover the truth. Maya took the lead, reviewing the data they had collected from the scene of the attack. "We found traces of a powerful tranquilizer and a sophisticated tracking device," Maya explained. "This wasn't a random act. It was planned and executed with precision." Emily added, "The device we found is of alien origin, but not from any species we are familiar with. We need to dig deeper and find out who these outsiders are." The team split into groups to cover more ground. Alan and Joan focused on securing the colony's perimeter, setting up advanced surveillance systems to monitor any suspicious activity. Maya and Emily worked together to analyze the device, hoping to find clues about its origin. Days turned into nights as the team tirelessly followed leads and examined data. The colony's inhabitants grew anxious, worried that another attack could happen at any moment. Tensions were high, and the team knew they had to find answers quickly. One evening, Maya made a breakthrough. She discovered a hidden communication signal embedded within the device. The signal was faint but traceable. Excited, she called Emily to her lab. "I think I found something," Maya said, her eyes filled with determination. "This signal could lead us to the outsiders." Emily examined the signal and agreed, "We need to follow this lead. It might be the key to uncovering their plans." Using the colony's advanced technology, the team traced the signal to a remote part of Veridia. The area was dense with strange and exotic plants, making it an ideal hiding place for the outsiders. The team prepared for a reconnaissance mission, knowing that they had to be cautious. Under the cover of darkness, the team set out in their advanced vehicle, its silent engines gliding smoothly over the alien terrain. As they approached the signal source, they noticed signs of activity, footprints, broken branches, and faint lights in the distance. Alan signaled for the team to proceed with caution. They moved quietly, their senses heightened. As they got closer, they saw a hidden base, cleverly camouflaged to blend in with the surroundings. The team gathered behind a cluster of large alien trees, observing the base. They could see figures moving inside, busy with unknown tasks. Maya and Emily used their devices to scan the area, confirming that this was the source of the signal. "We need to find a way in," John whispered. "We can't afford to alert them." Maya noticed a narrow passage leading to the base. It was well hidden, but their advanced scanners detected it. The team carefully made their way through the passage, staying close to the shadows. Inside the base, they saw the outsiders for the first time. They were aliens, tall and slender, with dark, shimmering skin. They moved with agility, their eyes glowing faintly in the dim light. The team realized that these were not ordinary beings. They were skilled and highly trained. The team watched as the outsiders communicated in a language they couldn't understand. Maya recorded their conversations, hoping to decode them later. They also saw advanced weapons and equipment, confirming that the outsiders were preparing for something big. The team knew they had to act fast. They retreated to their vehicle and returned to the colony, ready to share their findings with the council. The investigation had uncovered valuable information, but they still had a long way to go. Back at the central hall, the leaders listened intently as Maya and the team presented their findings. The council was shocked by the revelation of the outsiders' presence and their advanced technology. The investigation had revealed the presence of outsiders in the colony, and the council had authorized the team to take action. Dr. Maya Singh and her team knew that their next move was crucial. They had to confront the unseen enemy and protect the colony from further harm. The team spent the next few days preparing for the mission. They trained rigorously, familiarizing themselves with the outsiders' technology and tactics. They also developed a plan to infiltrate the hidden base and gather more information about the enemy's motives. One evening, as the two suns set over Veridia, casting a golden glow over the landscape, the team gathered in the control room. Dr. Alan Carter addressed them, his voice filled with determination. "We've trained hard, and we know what we're up against," Alan said. "Our mission is to uncover the outsiders' plans and ensure the safety of our colony. We move out at dawn." Maya, Emily, Captain John Miller, Dr. Sarah Lee, and Dr. David Kim nodded in agreement. They were ready for the challenge ahead. The night passed slowly, filled with anticipation and nervous energy. At dawn, the team set out in their advanced vehicle, its engines purring softly as they navigated the alien terrain. The journey to the hidden base was tense, but the team remained focused. They knew that the colony's future depended on their success. As they approached the base, they activated their stealth mode, rendering the vehicle nearly invisible. The base was hidden among dense foliage, its advanced camouflage blending seamlessly with the surroundings. The team disembarked and moved silently toward the entrance, their senses heightened. Inside the base, the team encountered advanced security systems. Maya and David used their expertise to disable the systems, allowing the team to proceed undetected. They moved through the dimly lit corridors, their hearts pounding with anticipation. The team reached a large chamber filled with sophisticated equipment and holographic displays. They saw the outsiders, tall and slender aliens with dark, shimmering skin, working diligently. The team observed from the shadows, recording the outsiders' activities and conversations. Suddenly, the outsiders' leader, a tall alien with piercing blue eyes, noticed something amiss. He spoke in a language the team couldn't understand, but they could sense the urgency in his tone. The aliens began to search the chamber, their movements swift and calculated. The team knew they had to act fast. Alan signaled for them to split up and gather as much information as possible. Maya and Emily headed toward the central console, while John, Sarah, and David moved to other parts of the chamber. Maya and Emily accessed the central console, quickly decrypting the data. They discovered detailed plans for a coordinated attack on the colony, targeting key infrastructure and leadership. The outsiders intended to weaken the colony and take control. "We need to take action," Alan said firmly. "Our colony's safety is at stake." The council agreed and authorized the team to prepare for a confrontation. They knew that the next step would be critical in protecting the colony and upholding their rule. Emily copied the data to a secure device while Maya kept watch. They knew they had to get this information back to the colony and alert the council. Just as they finished, an alarm sounded and the chamber was flooded with red light. The outsiders had discovered the team's presence. The leader issued commands, and the aliens moved to intercept the intruders. The team regrouped, ready to defend themselves and escape the base. A fierce battle ensued. The team used their training and advanced weaponry to hold off the attackers. Alan and Joan led the charge, their precise movements and quick reflexes keeping the enemy at bay. Maya, Emily, Sarah, and David provided support, using their knowledge to disable the outsiders' technology. Despite the odds, the team managed to fight their way to the exit. They raced through the corridors, the sound of pursuing footsteps echoing behind them. As they reached the vehicle, Alan activated its defense systems, creating a barrier between them and the outsiders. The team sped away from the base, their hearts pounding with adrenaline. They had secured the crucial data, but they knew the fight was far from over. They had to warn the colony and prepare for the impending attack. Back at the colony, the team rushed to the central hall. The council was already in session, discussing the latest developments. Maya and Emily presented the data, revealing the outsiders' plans and their imminent threat. The council was shocked but determined. They immediately began coordinating a defense strategy, rallying the colony's inhabitants and preparing for the confrontation. The team knew they had a tough battle ahead, but they were ready to protect their home and uphold the rule. As the colony braced for the attack, Maya and her team reflected on the challenges they had faced. They knew that their unity and resilience were their greatest strengths. Together, they would stand against the unseen enemy and ensure the safety of their community. The colony on Veridia was on high alert, bracing for the impending attack from the outsiders. Dr. Maya Singh and her team had uncovered the enemy's plans, and the council had quickly mobilized defenses. But the tension within the colony was palpable, and trust was beginning to erode. Dr. Alan Carter stood at the central hall's podium, addressing the colony's inhabitants. "We have discovered an imminent threat to our safety," he announced. "But we will stand strong and defend our home. Trust in each other and follow the plan." Maya watched from the sidelines, feeling a mixture of determination and anxiety. She knew that any lapse in trust could jeopardize their efforts. As the team prepared for the defense, a whisper of doubt began to spread among the colonists. Emily approached Maya with a concerned expression. "There's been talk of a possible traitor within our ranks," she said quietly. "People are beginning to suspect each other." Maya frowned. "We can't afford to turn on each other now. We need to find the truth and clear any misunderstandings." That night, as the two suns set and cast long shadows over Veridia, the team gathered in the control room to discuss their strategy. They knew that their unity was their greatest strength, but the seed of doubt had been planted. Captain John Miller, ever vigilant, suggested a thorough review of recent activities and communications within the colony. "We need to look for any inconsistencies or suspicious behavior," he said. "We can't let a potential betrayal compromise our defenses." The team agreed and began their investigation. They combed through data logs, surveillance footage, and personal records, looking for any signs of treachery. The process was painstaking, but they knew it was necessary. As the days passed, tensions rose. The colonists became more wary of each other, and whispers of suspicion grew louder. Maya and the team continued their investigation, determined to find the truth. One evening, Maya discovered a series of encrypted messages that had been sent to the outsiders. The messages contained detailed information about the colony's defenses and plans. Her heart sank as she realized that someone within their ranks had indeed betrayed them. She quickly called Alan, Emily, John, Sarah, and David to the control room. "I found something," she said, her voice tense. "These messages were sent to the outsiders. We have a traitor." Alan examined the messages and clenched his jaw. "We need to find out who sent these and why," he said. "This betrayal could cost us everything." The team traced the messages to a communication terminal in the colony's outskirts. They approached the terminal with caution, their sensors on high alert. As they investigated, they discovered that the terminal had been accessed using Dr. David Kim's credentials. David was stunned. "I didn't send these messages," he protested. "Someone must have used my credentials to frame me." Maya looked at him with sympathy. "We believe you, David," she said, "but we need to find out who's behind this." The team continued their investigation, focusing on the terminal's access logs and security footage. They discovered that the terminal had been accessed by an unknown figure wearing a disguise. The figure had expertly bypassed security measures, leaving no trace of their identity. Emily's eyes narrowed. Whoever did this is skilled and determined. They knew exactly how to cover their tracks. The team realized that the traitor was still at large and that time was running out. They needed to expose the betrayer before the outsiders launched their attack. They decided to set a trap, hoping to lure the traitor into revealing themselves. Maya and the team devised a plan to leak false information about a critical weakness in the colony's defenses. They spread the information discreetly, ensuring that only a few trusted individuals knew the full details. The team then monitored communications and movements closely, waiting for the traitor to take the bait. The tension in the colony was palpable. The inhabitants were on edge, unsure of who to trust. Maya and the team remained vigilant, knowing that the fate of the colony rested on their shoulders. Finally, their patience paid off. The traitor took the bait and attempted to send the false information to the outsiders. The team intercepted the communication and tracked it back to its source. To their shock, they discovered that the traitor was a respected member of the council, someone they had all trusted. The betrayal cut deep, but they knew they had to act quickly. The team confronted the traitor, reviewing the evidence and demanding an explanation. The traitor admitted to working with the outsiders, driven by a desire for power and control. "We cannot allow this betrayal to go unpunished," Alan said firmly. "The colony's safety and trust must be restored." The council convened an emergency session, and the traitor was removed from their position and detained. The colony breathed a sigh of relief, knowing that the threat from within had been neutralized. With the traitor exposed and the colony's defenses intact, Maya and her team refocused their efforts on preparing for the outsiders' attack. They knew that the battle was far from over, but their unity and determination would guide them through the challenges ahead. The colony on Veridia was now united, their defenses strengthened and their resolve unwavering. Dr. Maya Singh and her team had exposed the traitor within their ranks and had gathered crucial information about the outsiders' plans. They were ready to confront the enemy. One morning, as the two suns rose over the horizon, casting a golden glow over the landscape, the team received an urgent message. The outsiders had been spotted near the colony's perimeter, and it was clear that they were preparing for an attack. Dr. Alan Carter quickly assembled the team in the control room. "The time has come," he said, his voice steady and determined. "We need to confront the outsiders and put an end to their threat once and for all." Maya, Emily, Captain John Miller, Dr. Sarah Lee, and Dr. David Kim nodded in agreement. They geared up, their advanced suits providing protection and enhanced abilities. They were ready for the chase. The team set out in their advanced vehicle, its engines humming softly as they navigated the alien terrain. The surveillance systems had detected the outsiders' movements, and the team followed the trail with precision. As they approached the outskirts of the colony, they saw the outsiders' sleek, dark ships hovering above the ground. The outsiders were preparing for their assault, unaware that the team was closing in on them, and signaled for the team to move in. They disembarked from the vehicle and approached the outsiders' position with caution. The landscape was filled with dense vegetation, providing cover as they advanced. The team's presence was soon detected, and the outsiders sprang into action. The chase began, with the outsiders trying to escape and the team determined to stop them. The two groups raced through the alien terrain, the sound of their footsteps echoing in the air. Maya led the team, her senses sharp and focused. She spotted the outsiders' leader, the tall alien with piercing blue eyes, and signaled for the team to converge on his position. The leader moved swiftly, but the team was faster. The chase took them through dense forests, over rocky hills, and across sparkling lakes. The landscape was both beautiful and treacherous, adding to the intensity of the pursuit. The team's advanced suits helped them navigate the terrain, but the outsiders were agile and determined. As they closed in on the leader, the team realized that the outsiders had set up traps to slow them down. Emily used her knowledge to disable the traps, while John and Sarah provided cover. David analyzed the terrain, helping the team avoid pitfalls and ambushes. The chase reached its climax as the team cornered the leader near a cliff overlooking a vast, shimmering lake. The leader's eyes glowed with defiance as he realized he had nowhere left to run. Alan stepped forward, his voice commanding and calm. "It's over," he said. "Surrender now, and we can resolve this peacefully." The leader hesitated, his piercing blue eyes darting between the team members. He knew he was outmatched, but his pride and determination made him resist. Finally, he lowered his weapon, signaling his surrender. The team approached cautiously, securing the leader and his remaining followers. Maya and Emily began questioning the leader, hoping to uncover more about the outsiders' motives and plans. "We came here seeking refuge and resources," the leader admitted. "We believe that by weakening your colony, we could take control and ensure our survival." Maya listened intently. "There's a better way," she said. "We can work together, join our colony peacefully, and we can share our resources and knowledge." The leader looked at Maya, considering her words. He saw the sincerity and determination in her eyes. Slowly, he nodded in agreement. "Very well," he said. "We will join you and abide by your rule." With the leader's surrender, the team returned to the colony, bringing the outsiders with them. The council convened an emergency session, and the outsiders' leader presented his case. The council agreed to integrate the outsiders, provided they followed the colony's rule and contributed to the community. The colony breathed a sigh of relief as the threat was neutralized. The outsiders began the process of integration, and the community worked together to rebuild trust and cooperation. Maya and her team reflected on the challenges they had faced. They knew that their unity and resilience had been their greatest strengths. Together, they had overcome betrayal, danger, and uncertainty. The colony on Veridia was now stronger and more united than ever before. As the two suns set over the horizon, casting a warm, golden light over the land, the colony looked to the future with hope and determination. They knew that, no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together. The colony on Veridia was preparing for a decisive battle. The integration of the outsiders had brought a fragile peace, but there were still those who resisted the new order. Dr. Maya Singh and her team knew that the final confrontation was inevitable. One morning, as the two suns rose over the horizon, the team received a distress signal. A group of rogue outsiders, refusing to accept the colony's rule, had launched a surprise attack on the central square. The team quickly geared up and rushed to the scene. Dr. Alan Carter led the charge, his voice calm and commanding. "We need to defend the colony and protect our people. Stay focused and work together." Maya, Emily, Captain John Miller, Dr. Sarah Lee, and Dr. David Kim nodded in agreement. They knew the stakes were high, and they were ready to face the enemy. As they approached the central square, the team saw chaos unfolding. The rogue outsiders were using advanced weapons, causing destruction and panic among the colonists. The team quickly took up defensive positions, determined to protect their home. Alan signaled for the team to advance. They moved with precision, using their advanced suits to deflect enemy fire and neutralize threats. The battle was intense, with explosions and energy blasts lighting up the square. Maya focused on protecting the colonists, guiding them to safety and providing medical aid. She saw fear in her eyes, but also a determination to fight for their home. Her heart swelled with pride as she realized the strength of their community. Emily and John worked together to disable the rogue outsiders' weapons. Emily used her knowledge of alien technology to create temporary distractions, while John provided cover and strategic support. Their teamwork was seamless, and they quickly turned the tide of the battle. Sarah and David focused on securing the perimeter, preventing any reinforcements from reaching the square. They used their advanced scanners to detect enemy movements and set up barriers to block their advance. Their efforts helped contain the threat and protect the colony's vital areas. As the battle raged on, the team encountered the leader of the rogue outsiders, a fierce and determined alien named Kel. Kel was taller and stronger than the others, his eyes burning with a mix of anger and desperation. Alan confronted Kel, his voice steady and firm. "This is your last chance to surrender. We can resolve this peacefully." Kel snarled, his eyes narrowing. "Never. We will not bow to your rule. We will take this colony and make it our own." The confrontation escalated into a fierce duel, with Alan and Kel exchanging blows and energy blasts. The two leaders were evenly matched, their movements swift and powerful. The battle drew the attention of everyone in the square, and the outcome seemed uncertain. Maya watched the duel, her heart pounding. She knew that Alan's victory was crucial to ending the conflict. She quickly formulated a plan and signaled to Emily and John. Emily created a distraction, drawing Kel's attention for a split second. John used the opportunity to strike, his precise attack disrupting Kel's balance. Alan seized the moment, delivering a decisive blow that incapacitated the rogue leader. With Kel defeated, the remaining rogue outsiders quickly surrendered. The battle was over, and the colony had emerged victorious. The team breathed a sigh of relief, their bodies and minds exhausted from the intense conflict. The colonists cheered and celebrated their victory, grateful for the team's bravery and dedication. Maya and her team quickly shifted their focus to helping with the recovery, providing medical aid and repairing the damage caused by the battle. As the two suns set over Veridia, casting a warm and golden light over the landscape, the colony began to heal. The rogue outsiders were detained and given a chance to integrate peacefully under strict supervision. The council held a ceremony to honor the team's efforts and acknowledge the challenges they had overcome. Dr. Alan Carter addressed the assembled colonists, his voice filled with pride and gratitude. "Today, we have proven that our unity and resilience are our greatest strengths," Alan said. "We have faced betrayal, danger, and conflict, but we have emerged stronger and more united than ever. Let us continue to uphold our rule and build a future of peace and cooperation." Maya, Emily, John, Sarah, and David stood together, reflecting on their journey. They knew that their mission was far from over, but they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Together, they had protected their home and ensured the safety of their community. As the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, the colony on Veridia looked to the future with hope and determination. They knew that, no matter what came their way, they would face it together, guided by their unwavering rule: no harm to humans. With the battle won and peace restored to the colony, the inhabitants of Veridia began the process of healing and rebuilding. The scars of conflict were still fresh, but the resolve of the community was stronger than ever. Dr. Maya Singh stood in the colony's central square, looking around at the familiar faces of her friends and neighbors. The square, once the site of chaos and destruction, was now a symbol of resilience and unity. The colonists were working together to repair the damage and strengthen their defenses. The council held a ceremony to honor those who had fought bravely to protect the colony. Dr. Alan Carter addressed the assembled crowd, his voice filled with pride and hope. "Today we stand as one community," Alan said. "We have faced great challenges, but we have overcome them with courage and determination. Our rule, no harm to humans, has guided us through these difficult times and will continue to be our guiding principle as we move forward." Maya, Emily, John, Sarah, and David stood by Alan's side, reflecting on their journey. They had faced betrayal, danger, and conflict, but their unity had prevailed. They knew that their mission was far from over, but they were ready to face whatever the future held. As the colony began to rebuild, the council implemented new measures to ensure the safety and well-being of all inhabitants. The integration of the outsiders continued, with the rogue elements now under strict supervision. The community worked together to create a peaceful and cooperative environment. Maya took on a new role as a liaison between the humans and the outsiders. She facilitated communication and understanding, helping to bridge the gap between the two groups. Her work was challenging, but she was dedicated to fostering trust and collaboration. Emily and Joan focused on enhancing the colony's defenses and technology. They developed new systems to detect and prevent potential threats, ensuring that the colony would be better prepared for any future challenges. Sarah and David continued their research, exploring the unique flora and fauna of Veridia. Their discoveries contributed to the colony's sustainability and well-being, providing valuable resources and knowledge. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the colony on Veridia flourished. The inhabitants worked together, guided by their shared commitment to peace and cooperation. The scars of the past began to fade, replaced by a renewed sense of hope and determination. One evening, as the two suns set over the horizon, casting a warm and golden light over the landscape, Maya gathered with her friends in the central square. They looked up at the night sky, filled with stars and possibilities. "We come a long way," Maya said, her voice filled with emotion. "We faced so much, but we stayed true to our values and each other. I'm proud of what we've achieved." Alan nodded, his eyes reflecting the same sentiment. "We built something special here, and we'll continue to protect and nurture it. Together, we can face anything." Emily, John, Sarah, and David smiled, feeling the weight of their shared experiences and the strength of their bond. They knew that the journey ahead would be filled with challenges, but they also knew that they would face them together. As the stars twinkled above, the colony on Veridia looked to the future with hope and determination. They were a community united by their commitment to peace, cooperation, and the rule that had guided them through the darkest times: no harm to humans.